What's going on, guys? Welcome to Crypto Revolution. Thank you for watching the channel. Jumping right into the market. Today is a little bit different video. I wanted to show just a snippet. This is only about 15 minutes. We had a 2-hour screen share where we do like question and answer. We talk about all the strategies that we need to focus on. We talk about how we're going to work with like long-term holds, coin picks. We talk about all the important things like on a bigger scale, and it's question and answer. And so I just wanted to give you like a short, brief update on what that is like. And so I took this little snippet, but we want to talk about real quick Bitcoin first on the Bitcoin 1 hour chart. I'm not a big fan of this Bitcoin bull trap here. And after the bull trap, you had this huge move to the downside, right? A lot of times I'll close positions on bull traps. Here, you've got a possible bull trap because you broke this previous level, you ran up. And so it's like, is this a bull trap? If this support doesn't hold, you know, Bitcoin is going to see some downside, but there should be some buyers jumping in down in this area, right? So just pay attention to Bitcoin and watch and enjoy and learn from the video, because there's a lot of teaching, important ideas that you need to know and understand. And again, this is just 20 minutes of probably a 2-hour screen share that I spent most of the day working on with the group. So some amazing shout outs to give in the trading group. We nailed Sidus for 858%. That's what you want, parabolic gains. Think about it. You put in 10,000 and then you have $85,000 on one trade, right? That's where the money's at in this market. And then you build your bags. If you want shorter term trading, leverage trading group, both are still on sale. We extended it for Cyber Monday. And so again, if you wanted to sign up, $730 gives you 15 months access. You have to pick one or the other. A lot of people are joining both, but you got to do, shoot me an email, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. What's going on, guys? Weekly meeting screen share. Real quick before we jump into this, I want to give you guys just some insight of what's about to happen over the next 2 years, because it gets crazy with the stream. And so I know you guys can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm telling you. I can give a bunch of the admins as examples, like, and they fought me tooth and nail, right? One example is this. I want you to be inspired by today's talk, because it's all about to happen. And but this as an example on screen, and you got to watch the videos. If you're new, you've got to watch the videos. But this person, I was like, every day I would call him and bug the crap out of him. Like, dude, watch this video. I figured out RSI. This is how it works. Finally listened to me. He watched the videos. And at this point, he turned $500 into $218,000. I mean, just think about that. Like, you're going to work every day full time. You're sweating over a grill. But the smart thing is, you got to take profits. You can't hold these coins. So it's very important to understand that we're looking for this bull market cycle top to be October, November, December of 2025. And so that's going to help you know when to take profit. That's assuming the 4-year market cycle takes into effect. These Bitcoin spot ETFs are going to kick off. That could change things, but just know that the up only, and it gets crazy. Remember how we just had some ridiculously easy altcoin trading and everything was just pumping crazy? That is because of this. This is Bitcoin dominance. This is Bitcoin season right here, right? And it'll drag the altcoins higher. But when Bitcoin takes a pullback and this is trending higher, the altcoins get completely wrecked. This is an altcoin season right here. It's a smaller one. But I mean, when I say smaller one, well, let's go back to 2020. yeah, this altcoin season. We're going to get this altcoin season. It's just going to come later on. So Bitcoin dominance was 72% of the market. So we have to plan for Bitcoin to take off, and everybody's going to be Bitcoin spot. BlackRock Funds is going to go meet with the SEC. They've only they've only had one ETF denied. The idea that CZ kind of got knocked off with the exchange, that's really good for crypto, because it takes a lot of. I posted a comment about the wash trading. Like all of a sudden their trading dropped to a third. BlackRock funds, ETF, any of these ETFs start getting approved, focus on Bitcoin. Now, we are really good at finding the anomalies. But I'm just telling you, like, this right here will be when we have Bitcoin dominance just getting completely wrecked. You will make, and it depends on the size of your account. So right now, the focus is we've got to grow your accounts so that you can make the most of this altcoin season. That will be close to the end of the cycle, right? This is 2017 now. When it ran up and it hit 19,700, I was buying $1,000 Bitcoin back here. China banned Bitcoin right here. And I'm in Florida on the ground on a cell phone because Bitcoin dropped like 50 or 60%. And I loaded up. And when I say loaded up for me in 2017 wasn't a lot of money. But the mistake I made was everybody on YouTube's like, buy the dip. Just so you understand, orange line is Ethereum. But everybody on YouTube is like, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Well, I get to hear it. I'm like doing the walk of shame going to the bank. And I'm like, you cannot buy the dip in a downtrend and make money. So luckily I threw everything. And again, this was poor risk management. I threw a lot of money at Bitcoin. I didn't get in. Bitcoin right here was at about 65,000, or I'm sorry, 6,400. And it got up to 11,000, like within a few weeks. And so that helped me make a lot back. But you got to know that like taking profits is important. And I don't mean sell everything. October, November, December, if the 4-year market cycle holds true, we see a Bitcoin top. And so here's December right here. Here's December. If you would have sold in October, you would have been way down here. But wait for the parabolic euphoria. When you want to call somebody and say, dude, I'm killing it on this coin, I'd be super excited. I'm like, call my girlfriend, like, hey, I'm freaking killing it. When I get all these messages from a lot of people, I'll sell 25% of my portfolio. I'll start taking profits on the way up. Did I sell the top? No. And I was still buying in this stuff. But this is where my life changed forever. So to tie into this, notice how Bitcoin topped, and then 27 days after Bitcoin hit its high, Ethereum topped. Okay, and we saw something similar this last market cycle, but I just had this chart real quick to grab so that you guys could see and understand where we are trying. The goal overall is we've got to grow our bags. If you have smaller bags, trade in smaller caps with higher returns. Like for me, I like to trade with larger amounts, and I didn't have larger amounts back then. I just didn't have it. And so I had to make more trades, and I had to do more work, and just off of, remember how all the crazy gains that we've been posting, like insane numbers, that happened just on this move. This was a move from 54.5% to 51%. This, what is that? A 3% move to the downside, and altcoins freaking exploded. And I gave you guys INJ, I gave you guys RNDR, I gave you guys list of, in August, I gave you guys a list of altcoins, and they were AI, and those were coins that I bought but not enough of. And so what I have to do to hold coins is I have to put them on another exchange and not look at it, because I am a trader and it's hard for me to hold. But I just have to like not look at it. And so we're going to go over this with the Moonbag picks in just a second. But Bitcoin dominance is very important. We are very good at finding the money flow, and that is what this always is about, because most traders come into the market, they don't know what they're doing. And even the ones that do, they're having the same thought. But DeFi perp, when it rolled over, DeFi was crazy wrecked, right? And then DeFi was really oversold, and I'm using the RSI, right? And then we had this huge DeFi move. These coins were doing like 10, 20, 50, 70. There's a few 100x coins in DeFi because we identified the narrative. Now there's a lot of narratives now because there's a lot more altcoins. And so when I give ideas, there's always, you have to have the ability to change directions. Okay. But just to show you, this is what an example, and I could show you the same thing for metaverse. We nailed metaverse. And so now we have real world assets. Peter, shout out to Peter. I used to work 16 hours a day. Thanks to you, I work 24 hours, 24/7 for myself. I love the success stories because they keep me going. Like without you guys, I would be in Tahiti or Dubai. I'm going to teach you so much that if I would have known this, had somebody to teach me this, I took the dirt, muddy, wet road with rocks in the middle, and I freaking got my teeth kicked in hundreds of times. You got to be able to handle a 30% pullback. If Bitcoin pulls back here, there's going to be a bunch of buyers, right? Because people miss this move. Very important weekly close, CME futures. I think they just opened, and so I'll teach you about Bitcoin CME. I don't do things 50%. I do things 110%. To talk about this real quick, and so sometimes one of the problems that I'm faced with is the exchanges, and so I know there's people in the U.S. that can't trade on KuCoin. The most important thing is MEXC is amazing. MEXC support is amazing. MEXC, have you seen their growth? Remember, all right, let's look at what MEXC is doing. Okay, so this is spot trading, right? Binance, they got hit hard and basically had to quit wash trading. And this is one of the lowest numbers I've seen for 24-hour volume. And you're at $7.8 billion. Then you got Coinbase at 1.1. So let's skip down here. MEXC, number 17 exchange, where it has been in this range. You've got $1.2 billion. I told you previously that we would see the money flow after United States got kicked off KuCoin. We would follow the money flow, and we nailed it. And I'm excited because if you look HTX, right, 870 million, Bitflyer 32 million, crypto.com 320 million, 731 million, 20 million, 789, 150 million. Upbit is doing twice as much volume, 2.2 billion. You got 636 million, Bitstamp, tiny amount, KuCoin. Right now, MEXC is doing almost double what KuCoin's doing. Bybit, 1.3 billion. OKX, 1.5 billion. Kraken, tiny. Coinbase, you got Coinbase doing 1.1, and you got MEXC doing 1.2. That says a lot. Binance, again, they had to knock out wash trading. And so again, we said we would follow the money flow, and I had good feelings about MEXC, and I've got good feelings about a backup exchange that we are using, just BYDFi Exchange. 3x long and 3x short tokens. So it's real easy leverage trading, right? Link, Aave, they've got a ton of them. Pages and pages, 16 pages of them. Right? Like there are, I believe it's 400 altcoins on BYDFi. And again, the link is in the description on this, but anybody in the world can use this exchange. They're in. Just, we always have to stay a step ahead. MEXC is killing it, but you always want to spread yourself out, and BYDFi is doing very well for us.